guess where we are? We have a huge monument. A ram lives here, and a cardinal lives here, and there's great barbecue. Give up? We are in St. Louis. We are going on a tour of one of the most budget-friendly cities in America. We will visit the tallest man-made monument in the country, play with some slimy little animals, and do some very scientific DNA testing. While we are in town, we will find the best location for local produce, and we will even take our first driving detour of the season. On our travels across America, this is our stop in St. Louis.
Welcome to St. Louis.
When you think of St. Louis, of course you think of the Gateway Arch, but St. Louis has so much more. Located on the eastern edge of the state of Missouri, St. Louis, or the Gateway to the West, as it is sometimes called, sits right on the Mississippi River and is home to peanut butter, the ice cream cone, and iced tea.
This is a ripoff. The arch looks much bigger in the postcards.
Not only can you go up in the Gateway Arch, but you can also catch a football or a baseball game. Head out to the Free St. Louis Zoo, or you can eat at the many local restaurants. There are more free attractions in St. Louis than any other city, not counting Washington, D.C. That is what makes it the perfect destination for a family looking for a fun-filled vacation on a budget. This Midwest city won't make you go broke. Come along as we visit some of the great attractions this city has to offer.
Okay guys, let's go kidding around.
We're going to show you a great hotel in the center of it all. When we travel, we like to find the family-friendly hotels, and the Hampton Inn downtown at the Gateway Arch was just that. Our room was perfect for a family.
Wow!
Whoa!
Awesome!
This is a comfy bed!
Hey, there's a refrigerator! There's a flat screen TV! Hey guys, come over here! Great view on the arch!
Wow! Not only was our room great, but there was an indoor swimming pool and hot tub, as well as an arcade where we could play some games. We felt so at home that we played checkers in the lobby, and Alex even took a nap. The best thing about this hotel was the huge breakfast they had each day, for free. They had hot foods and cereal and donuts. There was so much to choose from that everyone found their favorite, and each day we could have a different meal. Alex even forgot his toothbrush, and the guy at the front desk was so nice, he gave him a new one. Don't forget about the business center. If you want a great place to relax between your St. Louis adventures, you have to try this Hampton. We'll be back. One of the fun and unique attractions in St. Louis are the Gateway Arch riverboats, where you can take a cruise up and down the Mississippi River.
Attend their departure, all aboard. 9-0 boarding call.
Today we're at the Mississippi River, and we're riding on the Tom Sawyer.
This is a great way to see the arch as well as some of the bridges that go over the river. There is a guide that tells you all about the sights along the way.
And that levee to the right was once part of an island by the name of Bloody Island. It received its name from the many fatal duels that fought over there back in the 1820s and 30s.
He knew so much.
Look over to the right now, you can see the Gateway Arch come to sight.
Don't forget to grab a snack. We could have gotten popcorn. If you love trains, then you are going to have so much fun at the Museum of Transportation in St. Louis. This is not just your normal museum. Here you can climb in and out of trains, ring the bell, ride on a trolley, and mini train, and so much more. The best way to see it all is by going on a tour, but if you want to explore it on your own, you can do that too. That is Therese. She did our tour. She was awesome.
Two kinds of trains. Passenger train carries people. A freight train carries anything but people. What's on the back of a freight train? Booze. That's right. That's on the back of a freight train. Now let me tell you why they're on the back of a freight train. Any idea? Most people don't know what a caboose is for. That's what you need me for. I'm the tour guide. The whole reason for a caboose is that second story part that's called a cupola. The brakemen climb up there and watch the train in front to make sure nothing's going wrong. That second story part is where they do all the work from, but also the caboose is the conductor's office. If you guys want to grow up and be the boss of the train, you do not want to be the engineer, you want to be the conductor. I want you to stomp your feet and scream and holler and make as much noise as you can.
That was very loud. During our visit, we wanted to see it all. So Therese walked with us and told us fun facts along the way.
Hobos. You guys know what a hobo is? Yeah? Hobos were always a problem for the railroads. The hobos used to jump on the different trains and ride them throughout the country. Very dangerous, never do that. But the hobos were also pretty smart. They used to get grease from there and use it to grease the tracks. When these drive wheels hit the greasy spot, they would slip and slow the train down so they could jump into the different cars. Never tried that. It's very dangerous, but that was how they got the locomotives to slow down.
She kept telling us not to learn anything, but we did anyway. She was really fun.
There are over 150 pieces of rail equipment, and we have the largest collection of American rail power anywhere. This is where you operated from. This is the cab of the locomotive. Alex, you're the engineer. It's your job to make the train go faster, slower, forwards, backwards, or stop. Okay?
And how do I do that?
This is the throttle. When you press the throttle in, you open it up, the train goes faster, close it, and it goes slower. Anything in here painted yellow or black is your job. Can you handle that? Evan, you're the fireman. Evan, you have a little harder job. You can look in here, see where they need more fire. You can look and see where they need more water. Anything in here that's painted red or green is your job.
Holy
You got a big job. Can you handle that?
Even over here.
Even over here.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm going to tell you a secret. We're the ones that painted them, red and green. You had to know. If you guys forget everything else I tell you on tour today, if you forget everything else I tell you on tour, this is what I would like for you to remember. First of all, 9 times out of 10, if you're on the tracks, the engineer cannot see you. It's already too late. Second, if he sees you, it normally takes at least a mile to stop a train. So, if the engineer does see you and it's difficult to see you, and he puts the brakes on, most of the time it's too late to stop the train. So it's always in your best interest never to be on railroad tracks.
Well, on our way to ring the bell.
Okay, let's go.
But you have to ring the bell. It's almost over.
There is so much to see and do at the Museum of Transportation. Plan to spend several hours here to see it all.
There is no sound so evocative as that of a distant train whistle. When you compare it with the screech of a jet, you get a tragically clear sense of a difference between the two ages.
Up next, we make a stop at 2 of Forest Park's main attractions and go watch our favorite drink be bought.